There was one thing about Jax that everyone seemed to notice before anything else. He never rushed to greet visitors, never begged for attention, and never cried to be picked up. Instead, he quietly sat in a corner, watching the world as if he'd already learned not to expect kindness from it. Most people walked right past him. They mistook his silence for indifference. But sometimes the quietest hearts are simply waiting for the right person to listen. Losing my previous cat after 17 wonderful years left an emptiness I couldn't describe. Every room felt unfamiliar without the little routines we'd shared for so long. I told myself I wasn't ready to love another cat. It felt impossible to imagine starting over after saying goodbye to a friend who had been part of my life for so many years. But grief has a strange way of changing with time. One day, instead of feeling only sadness, I felt something else, a quiet feeling that maybe my heart still had room for another soul that needed a home. That thought eventually led us to a local shelter. Dozens of cats reached towards us, hoping someone would stop. Then I noticed Jax. He stayed where he was, calm and distant, making no effort to catch anyone's attention. The shelter staff explained that he wasn't considered very friendly, and that if nobody adopted him soon, he would likely be returned to life on the streets. Hearing those words immediately broke my heart. When I gently picked him up, he didn't struggle or hiss. He simply remained still, almost as if he'd stopped expecting anything good to happen. I couldn't see an unfriendly cat. I saw an exhausted one. Then something completely unexpected happened. My husband had always insisted he wasn't really a cat person, yet the moment he held Jax, everything changed. Jax slowly relaxed, curled into his lap, and closed his eyes as though he'd finally found a place where he no longer needed to be afraid. Neither of us said much, but we both knew our decision had already been made. Bringing Jax home felt less like rescuing a cat and more like helping someone believe in people again. During the first few weeks, he quietly explored every room without causing any trouble. He never demanded attention, but whenever we sat down, he'd gently settle beside us, happy just to share the same space. As the days passed, his personality slowly began to appear. The timid shelter cat disappeared, replaced by a gentle companion who loved cuddles more than anything else. Whenever someone picked him up, he'd melt into their arms, completely relaxed, as though he wanted to stay there forever. The biggest surprise was watching my husband. The man who once wanted to wait before getting another pet suddenly couldn't imagine mornings without Jax. Every day, the little cat faithfully followed him through the house, turning ordinary routines into moments that made us smile. Jax also carried a small reminder of his difficult past. His tail had an unusual bend, something the shelter believed either happened long ago or perhaps had always been part of him. Thankfully, it never slowed him down or stopped him from enjoying life. If anything, it became just another unique part of who he was. One thing did puzzle us, though. Every night, instead of sleeping on our bed or even in our room, Jax quietly chose the living room floor. We tried moving his bed closer to us, but he always returned downstairs. Maybe it was simply where he felt safest. We never forced him to change. Trust isn't something you can demand. It grows in its own time. Little by little, Jax found his voice too. At first, the house remained almost silent. Then, one day, we heard the tiniest, softest meow. It wasn't loud, but to us, it meant everything. It felt like hearing someone finally say, "I think I'm home." Looking at Jax now, it's almost impossible to believe anyone once thought he wasn't worth loving. The cat who had been overlooked for being too quiet became the warmest, gentlest member of our family. He reminded us that first impressions rarely tell the whole story, and that sometimes all a frightened heart needs is one person willing to be patient. If Jax's inspiring journey touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more unforgettable animal stories.